All right, folks, we're going to run up another quick update for you today, May 12th, 2023. And in today's episode, we confirmed that the Bank of International Settlements is working with Ripple. We're going to get a little prediction on when this lawsuit's going to end from Brad Garlinghouse himself. Don't come at me. I'm not here to give you another date, anything like that. I'm just repeating what Brad Garlinghouse said. Don't shoot the messenger. We're going to come in for current events, update on the craziness and the chaos that is taking place to distract from the crime family. I'm not supposed to talk about that. Let's be careful. Let's do our little censorship dance because we got to be careful as we, expose the elites across the board, including our White House being completely compromised. Folks, this goes deep. Nothing surprises our community. We've been tapped in on this for a while, but nonetheless, it's getting exposed for everyone to see. The veil is being lifted and the opportunity is clear. We got a lot to cover in this episode, so I'm going to get right on into it, folks. Thank you for joining me. And if you want to take advantage of this deal, we're running this one till May 17th. You got less than a week now to take advantage of signing up for the Patreon Discord group, getting a one-on-one session with me, 30 minutes, completely free, no additional charge when you sign up for a 1-year membership of the Patreon Discord group, okay? You're going to save 16% off your membership fees when you pay for a year, and then I'm throwing in a free 30-minute one-on-one session, but that deal is coming to an end next week, May 17th, okay? So time is running out to take advantage of that. If you want to join us in the investment family, that's our Discord group where we talk about our businesses, we talk about prepping, we talk about, investing in real estate, all of the asset classes, and now we're moving into how are we going to preserve this wealth, preserving our wealth through different trusts, entities, all those structures, but then also working together on private equity deals as well is the plan going forward. So that's where our focus is at, continuing to build, continuing to invest and double down on what got us here during a bear market recession when the whole rest of the space is crying, going away. They're going through their lawsuit with the SEC is just now getting dropped on them when we're in this Ripple versus SEC stage lawsuit that is about to come to a conclusion. The opportunity present and clear. Let's get right on into it, folks. We got to look at this thing. Bitcoin back down. We warned about this one. Here it is, 26,300 for Bitcoin. Remember, back on up to 31K. Were we getting bullish? Were we doing O-face, clickbait, emojis, rocket ships, everything? No. We were getting ready to snipe out our next Bitcoin shorts, and that's what we did. And so, we already traded this cycle twice, 48% profit on those 2 trades that we made. And you guys know it's a very simple program. What I do, I don't do day trading, nothing sophisticated, very simple program, but it's been working almost flawlessly. I think I've gone 12 or 13 on most recent Bitcoin shorts. This is what we expected, back down to 26,300. Now, besides me making a little bit of money shorting Bitcoin, that's fun and dandy, and that's cool. Well, I really, what's really important to me about this and making these calls is allowing my community to take advantage of the opportunity and not be worried. We're not crying. We're not, in fear. There's no FUD over here. We continue to see the developments. We see where this is going long term, but short term, we understand the dynamics of how this market is moving, and this allows my community to pick up the dips, and that's what we do. With conviction, we continue to invest in our fundamental positions. We don't worry about the market back down, a little bit here today. That's just a buying opportunity for us in the fundamental positions. And then how do we hedge? Well, I'm shorting Bitcoin. So ridiculously long on the fundamental positions. Short term, we're going to short the heck out of Bitcoin, take our profits, take our money and run. And you guys know I've already added to my XRP bag in a massive way by taking my profit from those Bitcoin shorts back into fundamental utility. And me, I can't help myself. Most of the time when I go to invest in my fundamental utilities, it is XRP, but that's long enough of a rant on making those moves. If you want to get tapped in, I share all my trades in the Discord group, but 17,000 or 1,700 for Ethereum, 26,000 for Bitcoin, and XRPs still remaining strong actually at 42 cents. Now let's take a look here at the sticks rather briefly. You guys see this window of opportunity that we talked about, back-to-back eclipses, solar eclipse on 420 while everyone was getting blazed, confused, and dazed. We were warning and it came through, and the crypto bros got sacrificed once again. Then we took 2 Bitcoin shorts right in here. You see, this is the last Bitcoin short that I was in, 29,751. We took that, scooped that, profit perfectly good. Okay. And then we knew back-to-back eclipses. The second one was the lunar eclipse on May 5th and 6th. Boom, got it. And here we go back down to 26,000. Wow. So once again, spot on with watching this market and, taking advantage of the opportunity while it's here. Now let's get right on into it, guys. We got a lot to cover. Current events here, starting off with the chaos taking place. Mr. Intuitive, Troomers Only, sharing this one. This is Congressman Byron Donalds actually shared this one originally. This is from Fox News, where they're talking a Colombo family mobster who faced 4 racketeering cases said this about Biden. Quote, I know this system and scheme all too well. Unequivocally, the Biden family is a criminal enterprise. Shell companies are set up to launder money. This is a RICO investigation if I've ever seen one. And Mr. I added, RICO, something Giuliani knows all too well. Uh-oh. Did we catch them all? You bet we did. And this is why our community is not surprised. We knew there was something going on, and it is clear as day. It's all out there. Over $10 million, and that's just the start, folks. And the other funny thing is, too, is if you think that that was the worst that they were doing and involved in, boy, the veil is just beginning to get lifted for you, and you got a great awakening coming for you. A great awakening coming your way if you think that that was the worst that they were involved in and doing. Now, I'm only reporting on this, and I'm being careful because I see this is Fox News, right? Don't shoot them. This is mainstream news. And so, people think that I'm trying to get political. I'm not trying to get political. I'm trying to take advantage of the greatest transfer of wealth in world history, no matter who our president is. It's just the fact of the matter is that both sides of the aisle have sold us out 100%, and we're sick of it. We ask, how's the program working out? If it is taking away the opportunity for the American people, we're not a fan of it. It's not political. That's how you lose. You either win or you're losing. This is how we lose in a major way. And so what are they doing? What are they doing to cover this up, to distract? Well, we got a situation on here that's going on that's unprecedented down at the southern border. Now, this tweet here from Nick Sorter, he shares this breaking. A judge in Cameron County, Texas, Brownsville, has signed a declaration of disaster in response to the, quote, imminent threat of widespread or severe damage, injury of loss or life or property resulting from the border security disaster. So we have a judge here, a declaration of disaster being declared. And then we go to this chart here from Nick Gurley. And Nick Gurley is the CEO and founder of Venture Consulting, and he's got a great real estate channel. I always watch him for his real estate data. Really good website for getting good real estate data on your market. But he put into a chart here the immigration crisis in a graph. U.S. Border Patrol reported 2.4 million encounters with illegal migrants last year, by far an all-time high, nearly 3 times the long-term historical average, a figure which will grow further in 2023 as Title 42 expires. So nearly 3 times the long-term historical average. Now, Is this all done by design? Are they allowing this to happen to distract from what they're doing over here? One may make that speculation, right? This is a free country, and I think it's fair for people to speculate and try to tie a couple things together. For me, it is clear as day. Whether it's all done by design or not, what were they doing? They are focused on laundering and moving and running an enterprise where they're getting paid over $10 million of illegal funds in operations and schemes that they're engaged in. Meanwhile, our country is getting completely exposed from within. And if we did have enemies, and we know that we do have many, do you think that we are left vulnerable right now? Do you think that maybe this is a little bit of an issue? And I can't even speak on this, right? Because it's just so divisive. Are there people that are seeking asylum in a legitimate way? Of course, there always is. In all of these complex issues, there's always a legitimate cause, a legitimate problem, a legitimate reason why something's going on. But then what do? They never let a crisis go to waste. And that's their MO, is order out of chaos. And so, as we said, we warned about this over the last 2 years. We said, look at all the people that are starting to wake up. Look at the mainstream media starting to acknowledge all these things, and look at, the case that the Republicans brought forward, as far as the Biden crime family operations. This is what we've been waiting for, is because we've just been saying, hey, there's something there. And where there's smoke, there's fire. And not political, just pro-America first. Can we have an opportunity in this country, please? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Can we let all truth be revealed? And wherever it falls, and let's hold those that need to be held accountable. And I'm sorry for ranting. I know everybody wants crypto, clickbait, when's moon, when are we going to get rich and buy a Lambo, and when can I rent a better girlfriend? That's not what we're here for. And as you can tell, I get pissed off and worked up as an American. I can't help myself. I want to get to the crypto moonshot and Bank of International Settlements confirmed working with Ripple. We are going to get there. But as you can see, I am passionate about this because this is taking away every opportunity that we have. You know, and you know, like I said, they are going to have you so caught up in the distractions and the chaos that you're going to miss the greatest transfer of wealth and opportunity that we have here. So let's get right on into it, folks. So we're talking here, precious metals back down, silver back down, crashed back down to $23 on the spot price there. And this is the situation at hand here, folks. Before I show you these couple points here, remember, the opportunities to buy here on these dips are going to be very, very short-lived. This is a derivative sell-off. I'm going to show you the data points to confirm that. Derivative sell-off on all of these suppressed assets. And so you're going to see silver back below $23. But remember, the premiums have gone back up. The vaults are getting drained, and the dealers, they see that. The premiums are going up. And so you got to take advantage of this while you can. While the prices are low, while the premiums are still relatively lower, they're going up and they're starting to creep up. I mean, just over the last couple of weeks, we're seeing people getting Eagles for $40 an ounce. Even though the spot price down to $23, people paying upwards of over $30 per ounce. So you got to get in while you can. And if you want to partner up with my folks down below, they will help you roll over your 401k retirement account. That process takes time. So I'm just encouraging everyone who wants to make an allocation, everyone who wants to get some silver on hand, you got to get the order in before the premiums go up. And while they still have the physical metals to deliver to you. If rolling over the 401k retirement account, it takes time to shut down your account at the old brokerage firm, wherever you're the Wall Street program that they got you tied up in. It takes time to exit out of there and then make the allocation. So I'm just encouraging you to make that move sooner rather than later. Now let's take a look here, folks, on the precious metals news. The co-CIO of Bridgewater Associates says that gold could be at the start of a lasting growth period as global de-dollarization trends continue. This is the largest hedge fund in the world. Now, to tie it back, all this chaos, all this distraction, what does it hide from? What does it hide us from? The truth of the de-dollarization that is taking place. Most Americans are going to be too caught up in this, not even acknowledging, not even realizing that our dollar is getting dropped around the world at rapid pace. It's not just 19 plus new nations trying to join BRICS. It's over 100 plus countries that have moved away from trade settlement and holding the dollar and treasury bonds as reserves. Now, continuing on here, folks, take a look. COMEX registered silver falls below 30 million ounces for the first time since April of 2017. The vault totals drop to 619,000 ounces, or from 619,000 ounces to 270 million ounces. I totally butchered that, folks. Sorry, I'm just running on straight coffee here so far today, so I might be rambling a little bit too quick. Vault totals drop 619,000 ounces to 270 million ounces in the vault. Now, we dropped below 30 million ounces for the first time since April of 2017. So like I said, the setup is clear as day. The premiums are going up. The vaults are getting drained, literally to levels that we haven't seen since 2017. And then what are they doing? They're selling off the derivatives. Why is silver being slammed? Rob Kynes. It's a derivative sell-off as traders reset their positions post the bank failures we saw recently. The bullion banks had a massive short at the beginning of March and for the most part have continued to short, but everyone else just about is heading long. The banks had to short cover on the rise in prices. Now, what's hilarious to me is to listen to Jamie Dimon say that we need to ban short selling of bank stocks. Meanwhile, they're the ones that have been piling in and holding, maintaining the line in regards to the gold shorts, the silver shorts, and the other precious metals. And they've been caught rigging those markets as well. So while they short precious metals, while they get caught in federal courts rigging the markets, and while Jamie Dimon himself has to go testify in a little court case involving a little guy that I don't mention, but it's absolutely sick and it's absolutely evil, and Jamie Dimon has to go testify as to why they continue to allow those operations to take place at JP Morgan. Let's hear what he has to say for himself. And I think his testimony comes at the end of this month, 25th and 26th of May. But they recommend that we ban short selling of banks. That's hilarious. Now, talking about corruption and talking about all the silliness here that's taking place in the United States, we move on in to the United States, the crypto news, and you guys see this one, a good one. Meta Lawman shares this with us. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce has just filed a brief in the Coinbase versus SEC case, calling out the SEC for acting unlawfully in the digital asset space. This is the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, not the Chamber of Digital Commerce. This is a big deal. Here's why. The U.S. Chamber is a highly influential organization representing companies in all industries across the U.S., not just crypto. The brief opens with, as it stands today, nobody knows for certain which digital assets, if any, are securities under federal law. Exactly. The chamber makes three arguments. 1, regulatory uncertainty is killing innovation in the United States. Absolutely. Number 2, the SEC is destabilizing the digital asset regulatory environment. Absolutely. And 3rd, the SEC is violating constitutional due process and fair notice rights. And the topper is 4, the chamber declares the SEC's actions are not just harmful policy, they are unlawful. Absolutely, God bless them. Bottom line, the court will give these arguments advanced by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce serious attention, and the largest, most influential business organization in the U.S. has just declared it stands with crypto, folks. This is major, and this is why I say have patience. We are exposing them. We are winning the fight. Like Digital Asset Investor said at the end of the XRP Vegas conference, we are the good guys and gals, and God bless us. Because we've been exposing this thing for years, now the rest of the space is coming aboard, and now we have entities like the United States Chamber of Commerce. This is a major deal, folks. And not that it's just harmful policy, but that they're making the claim that this is unfaithful to the law. This is unconstitutional. And absolutely. And we love to see it. And I just want to remind our community, stay strong. We are so close. And in regards to the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit, our community with our little XRP token, we're about to be one of the first ones through the door. Now, we have Hester Pierce coming out here. And you know that she doesn't stand with this agenda. In this little interview right here, she says, I would argue that looking at tokens as securities is problematic. Even if a token is sold as part of a securities offering, the token itself would not be the security. So this is why the first video that I did when I got back from Vegas was victory confirmed in Vegas for 2 reasons. As I said, Brad Garlinghouse came up in the room and his confidence is so clear to see. That there's no way that we're going to lose this lawsuit. And he said, we're going to win this case, and then we're going to have the proper party. And then second off, the reason why I came home from Vegas in the first video was victory confirmed in Vegas was because John Deaton took the stage there with Jeremy Hogan and Eleanor Terrett, and he confirmed for us once again that never in the history of the securities law has the underlying asset been deemed a security. It's the investment contract that asset is tied up into. It was never the oranges, right? It was not the orange groves. It was not the oranges. It is never the underlying asset, or in this case, token, or in this case, XRP. It would be the investment contract that an XRP token is tied up in, right? And so, folks, we have the truth on our side. It's so clear. And Hester Pierce out here, contradicting the rest of the SEC and Chair Gensler's agenda, and we patiently wait. And what are we doing in the meantime? Continuing to expose the corruption. Check this one out here from Cowboy Crypto. Gary Gensler was still meeting with Citadel Securities in early December 2022. Sequoia Capital is a major invested in Citadel Securities with Paradigm, which was founded by Fred Ursum, also founder at Coinbase. Jay Clayton met with Gensler and CFTC Chairman Heath Tarbert, who is now Chief Legal Officer at Citadel Securities. You see this revolving door? On 7/13/2022, Gary Gensler met with Citadel Securities as well. Funny thing is, Citadel invested in a company called Hidden Road earlier in July of 2022. Prior to this meeting, Hidden Road's key investors are Castle Island Ventures, Citadel, Coinbase, and FTX Cop on the Beat. That's our Cop on the Beat. And Sequoia Capital was invested big in FTX Exchange. Sequoia Capital is major investor in Citadel Securities. Sequoia invested in Fireblocks, who hired Jay Clayton immediately following his departure from the SEC after the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. That revolving door and the corruption is so clear. Huge shout out to Cowboy Crypto for being one of the Twitter sleuths right on over the target. And Citadel, another one of the firms that wants to ban short selling, right? Meanwhile, they're doing little operations and schemes like this. Now, I moved on over here, folks. Check out this tweet that I put out. I'm retweeting Dubai Media Office, and I'm saying here, SEC who? What bear market? Nothing can stop what is coming for Ripple and XRP, because Dubai Media Office shares this. Ripple, the leader in enterprise blockchain and crypto solutions, is expanding its presence into Dubai with a new office in Dubai International Financial Center. Progressive regulations and a robust tech infrastructure have helped Dubai consolidate its status as a global capital of advanced technologies and attracting top companies like Ripple. And so on his way to Dubai, Brad Garlinghouse stops in Vegas, shakes hands, takes pictures, and puts on that great smile before he heads on over to Dubai to launch their new office, new base over there in Dubai. And you guys can see that Dubai coming a leading center and hub in the world for global capital and cryptocurrencies. And the success continues for Ripple partners as we look at Tranglo, has revitalized volume in key corridors, processing over USD 1 billion in ODL transactions after the partnership with Ripple in 2021. Find out how and why partnerships can minimize cross-border payment challenges. So as we see, all of Ripple's partners continuing to expand, acquire their competition, ODL cross-border payment flow growing like wildfire outside of the United States. Tranglo taking advantage of that. And we got to read in a little bit more from the Tranglo S4 filing that they just recently did. That they're just having great success with Ripple's ODL product, and the volumes just continue to grow. Now, as we titled this episode, Ripple working with Bank of International Settlements, confirmed. You guys see it right here. And we have this tweet here from Digital Perspectives. Huge shout out to Brad Kimes and Digital Perspectives, one of the OGs in this space. So much respect for his platform and what he's built out. And what he did with XRP Vegas was absolutely historic, legendary, and he will go down as one of the all-time greats in this community. Brad Kimes, huge shout out, and I cannot thank him enough for giving me the opportunity to speak on stage at XRP Vegas. But what did Brad Kimes find for us? Well, he says, while we can't say just yet that the BIS Project Polaris is using the XRP ledger, we can say they are working with Ripple to solve it. One can only wonder whether Ripple offers the XRP ledger as part of the solution. Step by step, we get closer to knowing exactly what the new digital world looks like. And he shares this tweet. And this is the Project Polaris from the Bank of International Settlements, is a handbook for offline payments with CBDC. Now, who can handle offline payments? Who's been working on that? Well, it is the XRP ledger. Private sector and experts. Special acknowledgments to the individuals below who were interviewed as part of this handbook or for their insights, advice, and feedback. So we have Anthony Rouse, Director of Product Management, CBDC at Ripple, and Anthony Welfare, Senior Advisor, CBDC and Global Partnerships at Ripple. So there you have it, folks. We got two gentlemen from Ripple, Anthony and Anthony, speaking with the BIS, and we are working on a handbook for offline payments with CBDCs. And you guys already know the tremendous success that Ripple is having, XRP always being the secret sauce. And when you look at this situation, you understand that we're about to be one of the first ones through the door with clarity. And what else? We have been in talks with all of the people that matter in the financial world, including the Bank of International Settlements, the IMF, over 20 central banks right now, over 50 central banks so far, multiple central bank digital currencies and national stablecoins already built on the XRP ledger, confirmed, and over 400 banks and financial institutions already working with Ripple as well. Now, what do? They get them on board with Ripple's tech. They show them how smart they are, how great and classy those guys are over at Ripple, representing the company so well across the world. And then what do? They show them the secret sauce, how you can save 80% on your cross-border transactions, how you can manage your treasury flows, how you can conduct offline payments with CBDCs. Oh, and you can have your private version of the ledger too. So you can have your private version of the ledger that's going to interoperate with the public version. You're going to have the best liquidity in the world. We're sourcing it through our liquidity hub, right? The automated market makers on the way too. Oh, you want to implement NFTs and tokenizing other assets into your strategy? That's coming as well. We got our NFT update, and now we're seeing the smart contracts coming as well. Major updates to the XRP ledger coming this year. And what it does is it gives these people a one-stop shop for utilizing and accessing digital assets. That's what Ripple's doing. And, you see that XRP wasn't mentioned in Liquidity Hub, right? But where does all the best Liquidity Hub come from? It comes from Ripple's ODL product, XRP. And when you start to see automated market makers coming to the XRP ledger, we are going to all be building liquidity pools. It's not going to be just Ripple building out their ODL liquidity pool. It's going to be me and you, Joe Blow, making our liquidity pool from the Pacific Northwest to Kansas. We want an interstate liquidity pool, or you guys, whatever country you're in. I mean, you name it. Everybody's going to be building liquidity pools, right? So from the ground up, we are going to have the deepest liquidity in the world, in my opinion, on the XRP ledger, right? And what they're doing is they're allowing a handbook for offline payments with CBDC. What this does is that allows them to conduct offline payments, but then it also allows them to hold their balances and hold their data within the private ledger as well. See, this is where the secret sauce is all into XRP combined with the other products and offerings that Ripple has. They're the one-stop shop, whether it's the Bank of International Settlements, whether it's the IMF, central banks, or just regular banks and institutions across the world. This is who you want to be working with. It's just clear as day to me. It's the XRP ledger and it's the company Ripple. Now, and so once again, we confirm a major deal here, folks, that in regards to their project Polaris, Ripple was consulted. Are they going to use the XRP ledger? We can't confirm that yet, but you guys know where this goes. Now, to wrap this session up here, folks, we're going to share this one from Cowboy Crypto. This is Brad speaking at the Dubai FinTech Summit. Let's listen in on what Brad has to say here.
Well, the case against Ripple by the United States SEC started 2.5 years ago, so it's certainly been a bit frustrating and slow, but the good news is we're at the end of that journey. And while others in the crypto industry might be at the beginning of that journey, the silver lining for Ripple has been that we're kind of at the end. Sometime, I would say, between the next 2 and let's say 6 months, I expect a resolution. The judge in the United States has been fully briefed. She has a decision on her plate. A federal judge can operate on whatever timeline in this case, she would like. But I'm optimistic we're going to see resolution, I believe, before the end of Q3. Well, the case against...
Okay, so... what did I say? I put out a video recently, settlement in September, and it was because of Brad's comments, right? And then I put out a video the other day, XRP to $20 by 2025 because of BitBoy's comments, and everybody attacks me. I'm like, okay, Brad's the one that's saying that we're going to, probably he's optimistic that the case is going to end by Q3 or this year. Okay, so don't come at me. It's Brad's prediction. And then BitBoy's the one that said to $20 by 2025. And what was so funny about that in both instances is I get people that say both ways. $20? Obviously, you don't know what you hold, Zach. XRP is going to be way bigger than $20. And literally people that are pissed off that XRP would only go to $20 by 2025. Folks, whoa. Let's take a step back here and realize that when XRP goes to wherever it goes, $5, $10, $20, it's going to be a life-changing opportunity, but you need to have a serious exit strategy for along the way. How are you going to leverage or exit your XRP? If you want to exit, you want to sell some off, and you're going to trade it back into Bitcoin, or you're going to trade it back into US dollar, or you're going to trade it in for gold or silver, whatever you're going to do, that's fine. Whatever your exit strategy may be, or if you're going to keep all of your XRP forever. Like me, I plan on holding about 90% of my XRP forever and just leveraging it through automated market makers, through going to Bank of America, Ripple partner, and Bank of America is going to have a new program for XRP holders. Put up your XRP as collateral and we'll give you a home loan and we'll give you a favorable interest rate because we're going to be begging for the XRP community's business. That's what I'm planning on doing. I don't care who has the best deal, whether it's some DeFi play where I can get 10% on my XRP in an automated market maker liquidity pool that's legitimate and I believe is going to be safe for my XRP, that's fine. Or if Bank of America is one of 6 banks that survives the banking crisis, and they're going to offer a sweetheart deal to the XRP community members like us, hey, I'll go do a deal with B of A. I don't care. Whoever's going to help me conduct and leverage my XRP that I can trust. And that's the big problem, is that's why I haven't trusted anybody yet. Nexo was one of the platforms, and I don't have really a thumbs up or a thumbs down. They've had to end their staking program because they're trying to operate in the United States, and God forbid they try to do that. The SEC shut them down. But for me, when I look at leveraging my XRP and my exit strategy, I have targets all the way up because I know this is going to be a bumpy ride. When has it ever just been a straight line up and we get to set sail into the sunset and live happily ever after? As I've talked about for years since I started making content, we are watching the world go through one of the most chaotic times. We are facing world war on top of all the other issues internally in the United States, right? There's going to be a lot of chaos. There's going to be a lot of bumps along the road. And so for us, right, there's going to be folks that have an exit strategy to be completely 100% out of XRP at $5. And I don't know what their reasoning may be. That's not for me to get into, right? We each have our own exit strategy. And so what I think and what I'm concerned about is seeing people that are literally pissed off in the comments on the prospect or idea, just the conversation of XRP only being at $20 by 2025. Those are the people that aren't going to make it, folks. They're going to shake the hell out of us. And as you're seeing right now, people are having to sell off their bags now at 40 cents because of the recession, because they lost their job, right? Because they had to turn the key on their business. And this is the reality that we were warning about. Everybody wants to focus on, hey man, what island are we going to meet up on where we can sit Mai Tais and I'll park my yacht next to your yacht. And yeah, I've already been looking at what girlfriend I'm going to rent out. I don't spend any time focusing on that. Folks, I'm telling you right now, it's not a matter of are we going to have a recession? We are in a recession right now. It's a matter of are we going to reach depression levels? That's this situation is not sunshine on the beach time, okay? Even if XRP is temporarily going to go to $5, $10, $20, even if XRP is on its way up even higher, which I do believe it is. But for me, this is a position that I'm in for decades. Like I said, potentially not even exiting. And so people getting triggered by me talking about settlement in September, even though I'm just repeating what Brad's saying, or talking about $20 by 2025 because BitBoy Crypto thinks that XRP could reach the market cap of $1 trillion because Ethereum is going to reach the market cap of $1 trillion, which is pretty silly reasoning in itself. When I look at XRP, I'm looking at the liquidity value, not the market cap. Completely two different ways of looking at these assets. But nonetheless, BitBoy thinks, $20 by 2025. I'm here for it. And we as a community got to understand that we're so close to getting through this lawsuit. We are so close to breaking out on that chart, okay? And we're going to be moving so quickly that most people are not going to be prepared, and they're going to fumble the bag. They're going to fumble the opportunity. They're not going to stick to their exit strategy because they're going to get emotional. They're going to get too hyped. We're going to rip so fast to the upside that I think that people are going to get caught up in that. They're going to think that we're going to keep on going up. And even though part of their exit strategy was selling a portion at $5 or at $10, they won't, because we're moving up so quickly. They'll say, oh, this is going to last forever. They won't stick to it. And that's when we get the move where we go to $10 back down to $2. And people are going to be devastated. Right? And I'm just trying to prepare our XRP community. I put out the XRP alert last night, looking at some of BC Backer's technical analysis, where he's saying an opportunity to go back down into the 30s and potentially even reaching 31 cents again. And he says that he's going to be an aggressive buyer in the 30s. I'm going to be right there with you, BC. Pleasure to meet you in Las Vegas, and we really love your work. We're going to be buying there with you too, because they ain't going to shake us out. And when XRP does do that move to $10 back down to $2.50, and then we're staying there for another few years, it's going to kill people. And that's why I'm trying to talk about this now. I'm trying to talk about this now in 2023, and I've been talking about it for the last 2 years that I've been making content. Our community is going to get shaken up. They want us out. They truly do. They want us out of all of these assets. Why do you think they're suppressing them with the derivatives so heavily? They want to stop us from being able to short the bank stocks. Meanwhile, they load up on the short positions, the derivatives, and they have been keeping these assets suppressed for decades. And us in the XRP community, we're crying because we've been suppressed for a couple years. Folks, do you want to change your life or not? Do you want to take advantage of the greatest transfer of wealth in world history or not? Or are we going to cry because we've been suppressed and the lawsuit's going on and I make a video saying September settlement? It's Brad's words, not mine. Stop being emotional, right? You got to continue to press on, and we got to stay focused on what we can build, what we can do while all of this chaos and distraction is going on. As we started the episode talking about the current events, the internal chaos here within the United States that's distracting from the crime family, all a show, major distractions. We knew about this for a long time. We look at that and we say, yep, okay, back to business. After I conclude this video, it's back to business for me. And it needs to be back to business for everybody, And I just, want to throw this out here, folks, for those that are looking to get tapped in with me and our community. When I tell you guys, in Vegas, I got to shake hands. I got to meet our community. I got to meet our people. The energy was just infectious throughout the conference. And people, the amount of respect that people have for our platform and what we're building out in our community is tremendous. And so if you guys are looking to get tapped in with us, like I said, this is a deal that's going to be closing off on May 17th. You can sign up for our Discord group. You sign up right now for a 1-year membership in the Patreon Discord group. You get 16% off your membership fees. And then you're also going to get a free 30-minute one-on-one session with me. If you need to get motivated right now and you want to figure out what's going on, I'm not here to be your financial advisor. So I'll be very clear about that. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not going to give you financial advice. But if you need a little bit of a motivation, if you need someone to light the fire underneath your ass, let's get that session scheduled and let's make it happen. Because we've had tremendous response from these sessions. Whether we're talking about people's businesses, how they're investing in real estate, making moves in precious metals, how they're building out their cryptocurrency portfolios, we've had tremendous success. So get tapped in if you guys are trying to take advantage of that opportunity. That is going to be ending next week, May 17th. Okay. So take advantage of it right now. You get a free 30-minute one-on-one session with me when you sign up for a 1-year membership of our Patreon Discord group. Take advantage of it while you can. We're going to be closing that off here shortly. Now, the other thing too is every week I hold a private exclusive weekly call with my Discord group. That is the opportunity for my community to come ask me questions. And I will say this is the one thing that I learned this last weekend in Vegas is when we were in Vegas, I didn't get as much opportunity as I wanted to discuss kind of closed off one-on-one sessions and with other people that we were looking to do business deals with. I didn't get as much time to do that because literally every corner that we turned, we had someone saying, hey, what's up, Zach? Shaking my hand, wanting to get a picture with me. So it was kind of like celebrity minute the whole weekend, which didn't allow us as much opportunity to talk about, opportunities, business, and deals, which is what we do every Saturday. In the weekly call, I go through an exclusive call with the community, and then we talk about the businesses, talk about the deals, and talk about what we're looking forward to in building out this wealth. So take advantage of that opportunity. I don't know when the next in-person meetup is going to be, but we did have our first Discord meetup to celebrate 2 years of the Discord community, the family that we've been building out over there. What a pleasure to finally meet some folks in person. And so I don't know when the next in-person meetup is going to be, but in the meantime, we meet every single week. We're putting together right now some other classes that we have, private webinars, private classes. We got all of our resources over there. We got a full team to help you out, navigate this thing together, and we are here for you of service to help this community take advantage of this opportunity. Like I said, all the chaos, all the distractions that, yes, we know about. We're glad to see it finally getting exposed. We're kind of cheering it on from a distance, saying thank you. Yes, this is what we want to see. This is what we told you guys about was going on with the crime family. After we cover that, it's back to business every single day. We are so focused, so locked in. Our mission is so clear, and the success that we're having is just growing by the day. And so get tapped in with us. The love that I have in our community is tremendous. It's what wakes me up every single day, continues to push me through. When I see the prices drop, I laugh. I pick up more, and it's back to business. That's the mentality that's going to lead us to success. Guys, I'm telling you right now, we're not out of the weeds. It's going to be bumpy for a while, okay? But we are still winning. Our community is still winning. I'm hearing it every single day. Please come get tapped in with us. And at the very bare minimum, all I ask is that you guys smash that thumbs up on this content. You hit that notification bell so you don't miss any further updates, and that you please share this message far and wide. I try to put out as much free content as we can. I don't want people to say they didn't have an opportunity, they didn't know what to do. I didn't have someone to watch or listen to. I show you guys every single day, not financial advice, what I'm doing to take advantage of this and to take care of my family. I hope to see you guys in the next one. And by the way,